can I go?
Plunder. Secure cash by completing contracts, looting, or eliminating targets.
Hey guys, Lustre here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another monitor video. So this time I'm so excited to show you this is a brand new monitor. Well, not brand new because it came out a few months ago, but it is brand new to me. This is the Viewsonic XG270QC. Now this is a 27-inch monitor with a VA panel, so expect better contrast and black levels. Also, this is a HDR 400 certified monitor, so you can play, of course, with HDR. This has a 165 Hz of refresh rate, so you can also expect good performance if you have the power, powerful enough PC. It also has elite RGB, so if you love those RGB lights, and also Freesync Premium PRO. So, is this good for your console or your PC? Let's find out in this video. Welcome to the channel, guys. I'm Lustre, and let's do this. So here we have all the cables. We have power brick, a USB cable, an HDMI cable, and the power cable. There is also the base and the arm that holds the monitor. They're both metal. They feel very high quality, heavy duty stuff. At the bottom is where we find the power and the exit buttons. Here we have a little joystick to navigate the menus. There are also two 3-watt speakers and the LED lights on each side. If we remove this cover, we'll find all the ports. There is a micro USB, 2 HDMI 2.0, 1 DisplayPort 1.4, headphone jack, 1 USB Type B, 3 USB 3.2 ports, and the power connector. They also include this little tool to run some of your cables. The assembly is very simple. The arm just snaps with the monitor and the base has one screw to secure it. The body of the monitor looks beautiful. There are LED lights behind the screen, and also at the bottom you can download the software to your PC to control it. There is also a little headphone stand included. Pretty nice touch. There is also tilt adjustment, height adjustment, and swivel. And it also has VESA, just in case if you want to wall mount it. Alright guys, enough of the aesthetics. Let's see how this monitor performs. Alright guys, so first I'm going to connect this monitor with my Xbox One X. This is going to be part of one of the series of videos I'm going to do with this monitor, alright? So I'm going to have to ask you if you want to see a specific game. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to test those games, if I have it, of course. So right now I'm going to go into the settings of the Xbox. Let's go into TV display options, and this is going to have 4K UHD now on the resolution and 60 Hz. Now I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be wondering, wait a minute, isn't this a 1440p monitor with 165 Hz of refresh rate? Yes, it is. So when you connect either your PlayStation 4 Pro or your Xbox One X, this monitor, or most of these monitors, 1440p, will take the resolution of 4K, but it will scale it down to 1440p. But that's why it says right here in the display it is in 4K. It does accept the 4K signal. Now this works good with consoles. I actually have done a comparison, side-by-side comparison of a native 4K monitor with a 1440p, and honestly I do not see any difference. They both look very sharp, very good. But if you're trying to do this on a PC, if you have trying to run 4K resolution on a 1440p monitor on PC, it looks bad. So don't even try that. It doesn't work the same way for some reason. Text looks terrible. You can hardly read it. Everything looks bad. So this only works on consoles. I have done it before. So Also, this monitor supports Freesync Premium PRO. It does have variable refresh rate here selected. You do have to turn it on in the menus. I'll show you that in a little bit. It also supports HDR10. So this is the HDR 400 certified. This is the entry-level HDR, but honestly guys, when you're so close to a monitor, when you are like about 2 feet away from the screen, HDR 400 does an excellent job. I have no complaints about that. Of course, there's also HDR 600 or HDR 1000, which are going to look brighter. But to be honest, HDR 400 to me looks beautiful. Now over here, I'm gonna test some games, and also I'm gonna change the resolution to 1440p with 120 Hertz because the Xbox does have that option. And let me go and show you just real quick. I forgot to show you that. So it does have the 120 Hertz. So I'm gonna do in 1440p. There you go. So I'm gonna test that as well. But right now, I want to see how it performs here because when you do change that resolution, you also lose HDR. So I want to see how HDR performs here. So let's go into Gears of War. Let's see how this does. Let's do this. Alright guys, so I'm playing here the beginning of the campaigns right here of Gears 5, and this is a beautiful looking game. It runs at 4K 60 with HDR, and remember this monitor also supports HDR, and from the looks of it, it looks beautiful. The colors look vibrant, and there's one thing I like about VA panels is the contrast. Now I've been using IPS monitors, and the colors do look beautiful, but the contrast and black levels are pretty bad, pretty washed out. No, I do notice that the contrast and black levels here is a little bit punchier, but I also gotta say there's some instances I did notice some light bleed, and I will show you that in just a little bit more. But so far, colors and brightness looks good right here with HDR. And this is running in HDR. Alright, so to access the menu, there's this little knob right here at the bottom, this little joystick, and over here we only have just a few modes. Let me zoom in the camera so you guys can see better. There you go. You only have a few modes. Actually, you can't access game modes because it's on HDR right now, but you can access FreeSync. You can actually turn it on or off. Right now is on. Once you turn on FreeSync, you cannot move or mess around with HDR. You cannot switch on or off. So another option that you have is response time, and this, like I was saying, this has many options for response time. You have standard, fast, faster, ultra fast, and the fastest. And over here there's an explanation. Right now I'm using ultra fast, and it feels very good. As a matter of fact, you sort of have to like get used to it because it just feels really fast. And that is pretty much it. Alright guys, so I'm gonna test some gaming here. Gears 5. And like I said earlier, response time feels very good. I have no complaints about that. Also, I noticed some of you guys are worried about having ghosting issues. I don't see anything like that either. And I believe I'm using the ultra or the fastest response time. No issues whatsoever. Overall colors and performance look good on this monitor. I like it. And this I'm running with 4K 60 right here on the Xbox One X. I still gotta try the other. Oh, what is going on here? Some kind of lagging issue. But that wasn't from the monitor, that's from my connection. It is pretty bad. Alright guys, so let's jump into another game. So far Gears 5 plays and looks good. I like it, but there are other games I do want to test too. Let's do this. Alright guys, so let's play another kind of game. Now this is Star Wars The Fallen Order, and this game also supports HDR, and it is beautiful. When it comes down to colors, it is beautiful. Let me see if I can do something about this guy. the highlights. That's what I like about the most, you know, the highlights when HDR kicks in, especially in the, for example, the lightsaber and the colors. They look very, very good. I like it. Also, haven't mentioned the sound, the speakers on this monitor. They're located at the bottom of the display, but they sound very good. Actually, it's even lower than the half right now, and they're very, very good sounding speakers. I'm surprised. So this monitor is good for this generation of consoles, but I believe also that it is good for next gen consoles because it does support 120 hertz. We will test that. Oh, sweet. Oh, and you are bye-bye, my friend. Oh, that was pretty sick. Alright guys, so that's Star Wars The Fallen Order. I'm liking it so far. Let's move to another game, shall we? Let's do this. Alright guys, so before we move to another game, let's change the resolution right here on this, on the Xbox, right? Let's see if we can play with 1440p. So we're gonna go into display and option settings. Then here, 4K resolution, refresh rate. I usually change refresh rate first, so let's go for 120 hertz. And yes, keep this resolution. We're going to confirm this and automatically changes to 1440p. Now, in order for you to make this work, you have to go into video modes and then change this allow 4K, unselect this allow 4K. Otherwise, it's going to stay in 4K. There you go. Now everything else is selected. Variable refresh rate is working. HDR, it's right here selected as well. One thing I did notice on the Xbox is that HDR only works when you are playing in 4K, not at 1440p or 1080p. Hopefully they change that with the new Series X. Hopefully they do that. That way you have the option to select other resolution with HDR as well. So now let's jump into Call of Duty because it's a very demanding game. Like, let's do this. Alright guys, so now that I'm using 1440p, we do get access to more picture settings. So I'm going to show you all the what settings I'm using right now that work best for me. So I'm going to zoom in the camera a little bit. That way you guys can see the menus. So over here, we're going to have game modes. So these are the different picture modes that we use. I am using standard right now, but you have many options, even first-person shooters if you want, MOBA, Battle Royale, Realistic, Vibrant, Console Speed, and Console Color, which I don't know what that means, but I'm using standard right now. All right, and then for the display, I have Freesync Premium on. So I do have Freesync. I'm using Freesync. Response time, I'm using the ultra fast response time. If you want to use that, it works good for me. And then we click down below that and we have a blue filter if you care about having the blue filter on. Color temperature, I have it in native. I did try to use warm, but it changed the colors drastically. You guys notice it does look a lot yellowish to my tone, but native looks more natural to me. Color adjust, over here you have access to color space, which I have it in automatic. I also have color range and automatic. Gamma, and I have it at 2.4. Color saturation is at 55, and black stabilization, I have it at level 5. Black stabilization does make a huge impact on the picture, guys. So the higher you have it, the more white you introduce throughout the whole picture. So that's why I don't use it. I have it at 5. If you drop it all the way down, you lose a lot of dark details. So I feel like 5 works best for me. But as always say, use the settings that work best for your eyes, okay? So over here, image adjust, I have contrast at 75. Brightness, I have it at 90. Remember, this is SDR, this is not HDR, so you don't need the brightness to be all the way up. But if you need to, so you can just make the adjustment. Sharpness, I have it at 25. and advanced DCR is at 0. I don't mess around with that. And that, I believe that's pretty much it. Over here is input select, audio, setup, and that's it. So, like I said, these are my own settings. You guys can try them if you want to use them, but I always suggest to use the ones that work best for you. All right, so let's play some Call of Duty and let's see how it feels. Let's do this. All right, guys. So far, the first thing I notice is that contrast or at least black levels look much better here. I guess I have more control over the picture settings, so I like that. So if you don't care about HDR, if you feel like HDR looks kind of washed out, this is a great option too. Plus, you're playing with a lower resolution and also 120 Hertz. It doesn't mean that the game is running at 120 Hertz, because, you know, to be honest, I don't think there are any games right now on the Xbox that are capable of running like that. But at least when you do that, you also gain lower input lag, so it is good for performance. Now, one thing to notice, guys, is that even though this resolution is available here on the Xbox, it makes me think that on the new generation of consoles we'll also have that option. So some of you guys are saying, hey Jolster, but this is not HDMI 2.1, right? Yeah, it is true. This is not an HDMI 2.1, but you are capable of still playing games at 120 Hertz of refresh rate when you're using 1440p. So if this Xbox One X has that option, I'm assuming the new Xbox Series X will have that option as well. So if that's the case, then this monitor is a good option for next gen consoles as well. Because to be honest, guys, to be realistically honest, I don't think the new consoles will have every single game running at 4K 120 Hertz. There will be a few, but I don't think every single game, or at least big games, will have that option. Let's see what happens. As of it so far, this monitor has the option of FreeSync, it has HDR, and it runs very, very good, very smoothly.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Oh, he landed. Eliminate the bounty target. Man, so far I'm liking this. But I also have to say something, guys. I have other VA panel monitors with the same resolution, 1440p. And I have another 1440p, which is IPS. So I will do side-by-side comparisons between those monitors and this one, because I feel like the black levels are not the best here, even though this is a VA panel, but I still feel like I've seen better. I just want to prove myself wrong. But for that, I will do comparison videos, so if you guys are interested in that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, guys, if you want to see a specific game, let me know in the comment section. I will try to do my best to get to test those games. Of course, if I have them, I don't have every single game, but if I have the game that you want to see, I will definitely give it a shot. But so far, this is a good option if you're looking for a VA panel, demanding monitor. Alright guys, so I guess that's it for this video. I don't want to make it too long. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I am Jolster, and I will see you soon in the next video. Jolster out.